The much-anticipated third season of the Sex and the City spin-off series And Just Like That is already making waves in the community. The original HBO series, which aired from 1998 to 2004, followed Sarah Jessica Parker's character Carrie as she went out on dates in New York with her friends Samantha, Kim Cattrall, Miranda Hobbes, Cynthia Nixon, and Charlotte, Kristin Davis. Before Max brought Sex and the City back to life in December 2021, the show was stretched into 2 films. Since then, Just Like That has generated conversation among viewers for a variety of reasons. Fans of Sex and the City haven't been happy with all the changes that have occurred on screen, from Miranda and Steve's breakup to Samantha's disappearance and the death of Mr. Big, Chris Knopf, in the series opener. Meanwhile, showrunner Michael Patrick King has defended the Max show's choice to make bold artistic choices. In February 2022, King told Variety, "We did something that was hard to do, which is we took something familiar and did make it new. For what it's worth and worse." King said, "I monitor in macro, not micro," in response to some of the comments he read on social media. "This is the best thing I've ever seen, I think, as I listen to the drum rhythms. I have never seen anything worse than this. Every one of them ought to die. I would be lost without them. Both the great and the awful outfits are there. I don't care about details in anything. For all the information we currently know about And Just Like That's third season, scroll down." Even though the show was given a third season renewal in August 2023, fans will have to wait a little longer for new episodes. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers was the target of separate labor conflicts that led to the WGA and SAG-AFTRA going on strike. Although the 2 strikes were settled by year's end, the 2025 release date of And Just Like That has been postponed. Carrie and Aidan, John Corbett, broke up in the August 2023 second season finale after reigniting their romance a third time. Whether Carrie and Aidan would get back together once his boys were all grown up was still up in the air. Carrie moved out of her famous apartment and into a new place with a cat, despite the breakup. While this was going on, Miranda made apologies with Steve, David Eichenberg, and they decided to stay friends after their divorce. Later on, she met Sarah Ramirez's recent ex Che Diaz, and the 2 of them moved on to better things. Regarding Anthony, Mario Cantoni, he found it difficult to commit to Giuseppe, Sebastiano Pagazzi, his boyfriend. Following his discovery that Stanford, Willie Garson, his former spouse, had converted to Shintoism, Anthony was able to move on with his life and his relationship with Giuseppe. For her part, Naya, Karen Pittman, was informed that she had been elected to the American Law Institute, but she felt that her personal life required greater focus. Naya ran into the Michelin chef, Toussaint Feldman, once more at the end of the show, raising the possibility of a romantic relationship. In the meantime, Nicole Ari Parker's character Lisa Todd Wexley disclosed that she miscarried her kid and made an effort to cope with the loss. At the end of her adventure, Seema, Sarita Chowdhury, chose not to go to Egypt with her director love, Ravi Arman Amiri. Rather, she consented to wait for him during his 5-month filming period. Ramirez was fired from And Just Like That, according to a January 2024 Daily Mail article, because her role lacked likability. While Ramirez did not comment on the news at the time, they did use social media to criticize the motion picture and television industries for penalizing performers who have voiced their support for Palestinians in the midst of Israel and Palestine's continuous war. Ramirez discussed their function as Che on AJLT in the post, using the past tense. Max has not yet verified Ramirez's departure or arrival. Max said in March 2024 that Karen Pittman's return as Nia Wallace would not be possible because of her commitments to Netflix's Forever and Apple TV+'s The Morning Show. In a statement, Max stated, "It has been a pleasure to have Karen Pittman play the astute and gorgeous Professor Nia Wallace on the first 2 seasons of And Just Like That. Just as much as we have loved working with this vibrant performer, others have too. It's clear that she can't film 3 shows at once because of her commitments to 2 other streamer series. We are sorry to inform you that, due to schedule problems, we will not be able to continue with this character in Season 3 of And Just Like That. Nia and Karen will be missed, but her Max family and supporters will be rooting for her in all of her future pursuits. Viewers were shocked to see that Aiden wouldn't be a regular presence on the popular Max series after his much-awaited return. After his youngest child was involved in an automobile accident, Aiden made his way back to Virginia, where he resided with his 3 adolescent sons, in the season 2 finale. In 5 years, Aiden begged Carrie to wait for him to return permanently to New York. Aiden now thinks that bad things happen when he's not there, King stated in a companion podcast episode from August 2024 for AJLT. He acknowledges to Carrie that he's truly the boy's home, and he's always been that way. Before he left, Aiden and Carrie spent the night together, although it's unknown what will happen to them in the upcoming seasons. A falling out between Cattrall and Parker caused her to leave the Max series after she had appeared in 2 movies and 6 seasons of Sex and the City. Although Cattrall stated she had no intention of reprising her role as Samantha, she did, in the end, record a brief appearance for season 2. Several publications claim that Cattrall recorded the scene by herself without speaking to Parker or King on the set. This suggests that Cattrall's on-screen presence was probably a one-time event. King had already made hints about how the next chapter of the program might be revealed through Carrie and Seema's journey to Greece. In August 2023, he stated on the companion podcast for AJLT, "I knew it was going to end before anything, that Carrie and Seema would be sitting on a beach in Greece looking out at the horizon, that it would not end with Carrie and Aiden. This is our tiny token of appreciation to the viewers and audience, who may be wondering what the heck we're thinking." King went on, "At the very end, there's a tiny thread of our thoughts, where Seema says, 'Well, we ran at love, and where did that get us?' I'm waiting 5 months, and you're waiting 5 years, she continues. Well, I might get some time off for good behavior, Carrie responds. That would only be said if you were already planning on saying, it won't be 5 years. Although she is really endearing, she does continue, there will be others. Nicole Ari stated to Pure Wow in December 2023 that she thought more screen time should be devoted to Lisa's marriage to her husband, adding, hopefully with Chris Jackson, who plays Herbert. In February 2024, Ari Parker disclosed to Entertainment Tonight that she and the ensemble would be returning to work in May. The actress hinted that she had been sworn to secrecy regarding the next narrative lines, even though she stayed silent about the season 3 cast. Rosie O'Donnell made her casting announcement in May 2024. The actress posted a picture of the screenplay for the first episode of season 3, with her name at the top, hinting at her upcoming part as Mary. "Mary is here," she wrote as the caption for the photo, which featured a selfie from what seemed to be the first table read.